And welcome back. The Women's Opens. Beresfield Bandits in the black and royal, running right to left here against the Wallsend Wolves, another local derby, and you'll see plenty of those this weekend here at the Country Championships. And the Bandits will take it forward, and there's Ellis going up the middle and playing with Urpeth, and they'll need a little bit of lateral here early, and they're going to run the Cindy play on that link, and it's last, and referee costing him with a hand in the air, and says that's 6, and big weekend for some of the referees here, and up to 5 games in a day as a referee. And as mentioned, we want a big thank you to all our referees that do a fantastic job, and 5 games will do anywhere from 3 to 4 kilometres per game. I'll let you guys at home do the maths with that one. It's a lot of running than most of us do in a week. So big thank you to all the refs for their tireless effort as the Bandits look to get up near halfway. And there's Abby Ellis, as we mentioned before, and they'll go through, and there's Urpeth, and they'll look to come wide here, and the ball's given away, and jersey 16, it'll be Beckett, and a little dish off there from Shaw, and the dummy half is Ty, and Ty picks it up, gives it back to Shaw, and Shaw can't handle it, looking for the quick pass, and Chippendale is well positioned, makes a touch. We're 0-0 here early on in this one, and the Wolves will get their chance here in the sky blue, coming to the box, and they'll look to get up near that line, and here come the troops, and dummy half picks it up, which is Brown, and gives the ball away, and charging onto the ball is Bailey Pappas, and Pappas can't handle it on that occasion, but once they go forward and show some direction, they've made some very easy meters here, and they're going to go lateral here through Ty, Beresfield, and they need to go forward, and a little bit of lateral play from both sides pretty early on in the game, and there's Aoki, and the ball dished under, and Wallsend with some speed, and there's the direction we wanted, and Murdoch picks it up and looks for Wallsend, and it's a very, very good set from the Beresfield Bandits as they get right up near the line, and they take it forward, and just up to the 10, Wallsend misses a touch, and they pass it wide, and there's Brown now. Brown gets near the New South Wales Touch 50th anniversary sign, and Richards, and there's Brown, and this the ball away, and ball inside to Jones, and taking it forward is Kirkpatrick, and the ball's picked up, and Kirkpatrick's going to score the opener, is she? Yes, she is. Very good direction, and Jules Kirkpatrick scores the first try after Evie Jones showed clean pair of heels picking up, and then small little dish off, and try time to the Wolves, and they'll play from in front. Go left to right on the screen as Urpeth throws it over the top to Noel Vale, the winger, standing flat-footed, and ball goes to ground as we'll go forward, and there's Kirkpatrick, the try scorer. She wants more of the hard work, and the Wolves will get up near halfway, and that's Richards taking it forward, and they'll dummy inside, and there's Brown, who's in everything at the moment, and Brown takes a touch, and dummy half is Johnston, and move forward through Stevens. Stevens gives it away, and there's Chippendale, throws it out, and there's some speed on that far side by Fenton, and Chippendale at dummy half. Passes off to Stevens, and Stevens will look to work, and Chloe Allen in there, and Chippendale, and the referee says penalty and not moving forward, and we'll get a chance to extend their lead, the Wolves here on the attack, and there's Chloe Allen, and she's dancing, and Johnston wants the ball here at link, but they're playing around there. Stevens will go to the line, gives it Chippendale. She steps, and it's a good touch on that far side. Very good touch on that far side, preventing the try. And here's Stevens with the ball, and Stevens give the ball to Johnston. They go the sweep play, Chippendale. Chippendale stands her up, and she casually strolls over like a Sunday stroll there, just stood her up. Still must be a little bit dewy out there. We spoke about that in the first game this morning. And Chippendale on the sweep just stopped and went again. A little bit of change of speed. And not much in direction, but caused the Beresfield player to lose her feet. And the Wallsend Wolves extend their lead, 2-0. I'll go again, the Bandits. The Bandits of Beresfield and take it forward through Lucy Lowe. And there's the ball away to Ty. And Ty will get the quickie back and dishes off, and Shaw with the ball, and I'll go towards the line through Low, and there's Ty. Ty goes for the line, that's down. Referee Costigan, he points, he's happy. And they hit back the Bandits there, some good direction, good forward running by Ty on the sweep, and straightened and got the numbers. We've got a ball game on our hands here, 2-1 to the Wolves, as easy as it was for them. Beresfield said, anything you can do, we can do just as well. And they'll tap off through Kirkpatrick and go forward through Jones, and the ball away to Johnston, and Johnston takes it up, and they're on the attack, and you got Kirkpatrick there working with Jones, and Jones gets the ball on the wrap, and they give the ball out to Johnston. She dummy steps and then falling over McTaggart there. Unfortunately, the play was well and truly alive, and McTaggart couldn't stay on her feet. A little bit of a trip and a slip. The Bandits now working their way out, and they head towards the box through Rachel Williams, and she runs in to her own play with slight bit of assistance from Kirkpatrick there. We're lucky not to be penalised as they get up near the halfway, and McTaggart was offside by an absolute country mile there, and eventually reacts to that with no advantage to the Bandits, but they play on through Ellis, and the ball to ground, and Wallsend starting to win the field position battle here as they head towards the box, and we move to near halfway, and go forward is Brown again, and Brown steps and weaves, and there she goes off the right and just positions herself in between defenders, and there's Johnston and Allen, and they play the ball, and there's Chippendale, gets it away through Allen and out to Chippendale, and a long pass out looking for Brown, and it doesn't find the ground, and probably needing to go a little bit more direct, I think, Wallsend here when they go on the attack. I think the little wraparound play, I think that's on the cards, but I think they need to be a little bit more direct in the way they go about it, I think. So the ball off the ground, and there's Erpeth, and a dusty pass out in front of Ellis, and she's been in everything early, Abby Ellis, and couldn't hold on to that one on that occasion, and Chippendale will take the ball forward for the Wolves, and we'll go through Stevens here working with Allen, and Stevens will get a dummy half. She gives it to Allen. Allen will step back and go at the line, and the referee says touch. As they will continue on their assault on the line here, the Wolves, and they go forward, and Allen and Stevens will work here and position themselves, and she's fallen over again, and go at the line at Chippendale. She's going to get a second, as easy as that. Oh, Zali Chippendale should be rapt to be back at touch football. She scored two of the easiest tries you will ever see. That in itself, I think, is an advertisement for playing the game, is those two tries where you catch, take a couple of steps and just waltz over the line, and they extend their lead to 3-1 here against the Bandits. A good little period from the Bandits, but halting that there was Zali Chippendale with a try as easy as you like. They'll go forward here through Murdoch, and dished off to the ground by Lowe, and not having a dummy half. Too much downtime there is killing him. Osland there, nothing to do. I think Osland was the one that showed some direction before. As Lowe steps and they turn it over, and from the tap, it's an ordinary set from the Bandits. They needed to just go forward. I think that'll be the message from the coaching staff, is there needs to just be that movement forward up the field, and no mucking around with the sideways movement. I think both teams early were guilty of going lateral, and the Wallsend Wolves were probably the first to As the Bandits now hold on and they'll work their way up near halfway. They go up near halfway and over halfway, in fact, and the ball's picked up by Erpeth, and it's a good diving touch there from the Wallsend player and dropping a ball in the face. Go towards the line and the big dummy, and she's looking for Chippendale for a third. She goes wide, and it's good defence. Then there's Bindi Shaw on the far side, and she recovered well, and Chippendale was standing there open, and she would have got she would have made it 3, the treble. As the Bandits here are more concerned about getting off the field rather than tucking it under the arm and taking it forward, and I think that's the message coming from the coach is they need to go forward. As the Wallsend Wolves push forward there by Brown and pushed again, and the ball's picked up and they go the quickie and given back. And I think the referee's got a forward pass off the ruck. But the Bandits here now will head to the box and they all look to get off and a little bit more forward direction. That's it, straighten it up and they'll get up over halfway. And there's Osland. She straightened it before and she'll look for the dish, and Osland will play it. Some good forward running and they pick it up, and here we go. Look at that. That's what we asked for. And Osland, is she going to be the recipient? She is. So all they had to do was straighten it. It was a call from the box, and the Bandits box looked very, very happy over there on that far side. High fives all round. A little bit more forward running. And that's all it took. And the Bandits making a game of it here. They've hit back again, and Wallsend will look to be closing that door. And they go forward here, and ball's passed away through Kirkpatrick, and again to Evie Jones, and they look to play it. The ball's off the ground to Chippendale. Chippendale looks to stand. She goes long, so she's not just a try scorer, she's a long ball thrower. She doesn't just score him, she sets him up, Chippendale. And the Wolves hit back. Just straightened slightly and then out of a cannon, Chippendale. The jack of all trades. And they'll tap off running right to left, and Jersey 5, Rachel Williams for the Bandits, off to Lucy Lowe, and there's Ty, the try scorer earlier in the game, and Shaw gives it away, and they're going to go that same play. They look for it, and they've held it up, and she's still there. They give it back, and looking to go long, and the intercept. Oh, she'll be filthy at herself there, Tyler Brown. And absolutely no pressure on her, and it's good to hold on to it, just out in front a little bit, and I think that's one next time it was going to absolutely no one. So probably could have left that and gone without, but the referee's not happy with the touch contact there. So we'll see an opportunity for Shaw and Ty to do some work here. And Ty gets the ball and she dummies and gets it back. And they're looking for the sweep, I believe, here. But Ty comes in and they're going to go the They're out the back. The ball fired at the back by Aoki. Gives it away to Ty. And Ty, they're dancing now. There's held up. That's a penalty as well. And, that's the same, if not worse, than the one that was penalised only 30 seconds ago. When the referee called the ball down. And we get on with things here. A little bit loose in the ruck. The Bandits. And we let the player take a little bit of advantage over there as the ball goes forward. And Tyler Brown, lackadaisical from Kirkpatrick there, just sort of threw it nonchalantly, and Brown couldn't hold on to it on that occasion as Ty takes it lateral and Williams, and they're going to go to the box. But one thing out of this is they still need to go forward. They can go to the box without going completely lateral and just running to the box directly. So something for the coaching staff on review, no doubt. The coaching and the feedback here is Wallsend taking it forward, but the coaching up here is first class with a lot of the coaches throughout a lot of the divisions, very qualified and very intelligent coaching staff. So Wallsend makes a touch and comes backward, and the Wolves now on the hunt, and they give it down this far side. There's Tyler Brown. Good hands when it's good service as Hopkins takes it up over the New South Wales logo in the middle of the field, and they dance and pass, and the ball's picked up, and there she is again, Hopkins, and that's sharp. Oh, Hopkins, Emma Hopkins, and Ella Madden there. Ella Madden gets a try, and Hopkins some serious speed and a little pop pass at the end of it. And another try for the Wolves. They extend their lead. It's a little bit too classy here so far, the Wolves. The Bandits looking to hit back here. The ball away, and there's Ellis. She passes it off, and Aoki with the ball and gives it back to Ellis, and there's Lowe pointing, and Lowe picks it up, and there's Aoki over the top. Has tossed it over her head and can't hold on to it. There's Brown, the meter eater, takes it forward, and they'll head to the box there, and they're straightening it, and steps past, and some good footwork, and then throws it out the back, and Brown holds onto it. And there's Kirkpatrick, the tries for Chippendale now. Gives the ball, it's a good play out the back, and they get there, and very good finish by Tyler Brown. It's a very good play from the Wallsend Wolves out the back to the passive. And some good hands. Evie Jones, she's been involved in a couple of tries with some little passing, and there the catch and pass there was a fantastic display of skill. As we head back to halfway, and the Bandits will tap off, and I'll go through Englert. Matilda Englert. She takes it forward, and she's with the ball now, and Paige Shaw will dance and go with Ty, and Ty will give it away with Williams, and Williams will look, and I'll go the sweep, and Ty will pick it up, and she'll go back open side, and she runs direct. It was dummy half, and the referees picked it up now, but the Wolves now will look to come to their box, and you'll see a lot of the teams this weekend. As they take the ball up, and some direction there from Brown. It's the old whoopsie they call that. The heading upfield and go to do something, and you just lose a little bit of focus, and whoopsie. That's exactly what that was from the Wolves, and they go through Williams, and here they go again, very lateral to the box, but a little bit of forward movement, and the referee's not happy with something there. You can see in touch football, for those of you tuning in at home for maybe the first time, or watching maybe a family friend or relative, brother, sister, mums and daddies, you'll see that the referees, when something happens, they'll actually run to the mark and they won't blow the whistle. It's not like rugby league per se, and they won't just run to the exact mark. They won't just blow the whistle, so they'll run to the mark and then give the penalty and follow that with a signal. So just if you're wondering why a referee just stops or starts running past your screen randomly, then yeah, that'll be why. So thanks to everyone for tuning in at home, and no doubt enjoying the coverage here, brought to you by Bar TV. And Wallsend leading 6-2 in this game, and they'll go on the attack again. And there's Madden. She was in it all early, and referee Costigan has a penalty for us, and this is offside. And they look to go, and a little dummy by Madden. Stopped, and ball away by Johnston, and there's Pappas now. Pappas now steps off the left and comes back, and she's touched. The Wolves looking for one final nail in the coffin here. We'll put this game out of reach for the Bandits. As Johnston picks it up and she dummies and gets through, does she? There's no touch, and it's thrown out wide. And there, maybe the touch was called back midfield, and we've got a penalty. There's a roll ball. Maybe that was last. Potentially. There they go. And there's Wallsend moving forward up near the 10-metre line, and I'll go up near halfway and look to go over it on this next play. But the Wolves' defence is good. But there's Ellis, and it's picked up by Erpeth, and good defence there by Madden and Pappas in the middle for the Wolves. As they'll drive towards their box area here on the western side of the ground, and the dummy, and Brown will pick it up from dummy half, and she hands it off to Chippendale, and Chippendale will look on the inside for Kirkpatrick, and Kirkpatrick will get to dummy half, and she's still going there, and in defence was Ellis, Abby Ellis, and go forward. Chippendale will pick this one up, and she'll look to take on. They'll go the Rooster play with inside dummy. Continues to go outside, and it's last touch, and see if they can pull out a magic trick. And Chippendale steps back, and quick hands, and she's got a very, very quick double. The Wolves on the hunt, and they pounce as easy as you like. You'd have to say, with not long left on the clock, that'd be game, set, bingo. The Wolves just a little bit more direction, particularly in their box, coming out from the line. And they get through that box in the transition phase here and are able to get some momentum moving forward into the try line. And then on the back of it, they've got so many options to run. And they've been very, very good today to start here. The country champs for 2022 as the Bandits look to hit back, and some quick ends, and they can't hold on to it. It's not through a lack of effort, that's for sure. The Bandits have tried really, really hard. As Chippendale now will look to dummy and come back, and they'll go through, and that'll be Kirkpatrick, and they'll look to get forward now, and this is exactly what I was talking about before as they look to go forward, and there it is through Stevens, and the ball's passed off the ground to Hopkins, and Hopkins will play it, and a bit of downtime there, but the ball's passed away to Allen, and Allen gives it away to Stevens, and Tyler Brown's in again. And even after the downtime there on that far side, the skill and the execution and running very direct, the Wolves, they pick it up and they've run very direct lines and they create that space. They make the defenders make a decision. And you just see from that they're able to hold it up with the skill and the timing of their passing. And Tyler Brown, there's no Dally M here this weekend, but she'll be taking home three points, I dare say, probably followed by Chippendale with 2. As they go straight up the guts, and it's opened up, and she's looking, and Osland's going to pick up a try. And there's surprise everywhere. The Wallsend box here, we're having a conversation, and next minute they're conceding a try. It's just opened up, and defenders looked at each other, and just like that, the Bandits pick up another one, and Wallsend deserves one. She's been very good for the Bandits so far in this game, and no doubt she will be very important to their campaign this weekend. As Chippendale takes the ball forward. And they go through, and there's Johnston with the ball, and Johnston picks up dummies, and I think Pappas was meant to trail her on the inside, and she ended up behind her looking for a quickie, and there was no one there to receive the ball, and that can happen sometimes. They look to get up near halfway, and if not over it, no, punch through, and there's Ty now, who look to dish back, and good hands, good defence there as well by the Wolves, and she takes on, got some speed, ball's away, Aoki over the top, can't hang on to it on that far side. Campbell Stamp just couldn't quite grasp the ball. And they'll get a chance to attack here, the Bandits, and it's 8-3 here to Wallsend. And they'll look to make it 8-4. There's Ty. She's been very creative around that area. And they'll take it forward with Ty, and also Shaw, and there's a bit of holding there. Shaw, Ty picks it up, and there's no space there, so she goes back to Shaw, and they're looking for Williams here. Williams on the rooster play, and she steps back, gives it to Shaw, and Shaw steps up and looks to go on some good coverage there by Ella Madden for the Wolves. As they turn the ball over there, a little bit of a wasted set from the Bandits. Nonetheless, the Wolves will try and make the most of it, and there's Chippendale. She's had a day out, not only scoring them but setting them up, Chippendale, and the call's been made to send her back to the mark. And 2.5 minutes left on the clock, maybe a little bit under. So, and there's Brown. Brown's picking up from dummy half and doing what she likes at the moment. So, go forward, and there's Kirkpatrick looking to go down, and there's Evie Jones, and Kirkpatrick looks to dummy, and the referee's got a penalty and pulls up. To punch forward through that box in the transition here, and they'll look to jump on the back there with the offload. And there's Osland. She takes the meters, and the ball's to the ground through low, and good driving set by the Bandits on that occasion. And just another big shout out to all of our partners, ISC, Budgie Smuggler, who are here on site this weekend. So if you're at home, you've got a later game, or you've had an earlier one, and you've headed back to the accommodation to put the feet up, then make sure when you come back you get smuggling and head and see the team at the Budgie Smuggler tent. They're here all weekend with a variety of bucket hats and undies, and long pass, and Brown couldn't hold onto it. Plus, a big thank you to ISC as well, our proud apparel partners, as well as all the vendors here this weekend. It's a great spectacle here at the Central Coast Regional Sporting and Recreation Complex. It's a fantastic place to play touch football, but also any sport really. It's a very multi-purpose facility. The cricket was played here Thursday night, and as I mentioned before, Stu and the team, Stu and Andy, the crew here, fantastic job, and The ground's in great nick. One of the best facilities in the state, and particularly with how well it's looked after and held up. And you can hear it in the background. There's Erpeth trying to get through, and she's been touched, and that'll be all she wrote. Wallsend, too good, kick off their campaign with a win over the Beresfield Bandits. We'll take a short break, and I'll take a short break as well, and we'll have James Preston up here a little bit later on in the box, and we might join you a little bit later on. But until then, stay safe. Thank you.